calling fat. It's the name of a BBC Two programme which started last night, and it explores obesity. 9 people share their experiences and they all have pretty different viewpoints. One of them is Del Singh from Peterborough, who lost 10 stone after having surgery. I'll be talking to him in just a moment, but first let's take a quick look at the programme.
Generally, I'm going about 14, 16 hours without foods, and I won't eat anything till about sort of 12 o'clock.
Next to arrive is 57-year-old Del.
How stunning is this?
It is, it's pretty good, isn't it? Take a seat, yeah, take a load off. So, where do I stand on obesity? Well, I'd like to stand all over it, get rid of it. Don't let's beat about the bush about it. People get emotional about this thing. Oh, I'm fat and I'm happy. Well, fine, please be fat and happy. But is there something you can do to actually avoid dying early? 5 years ago, I was sitting there at around 25.5 stone with morbid obesity. I've got pain in my back, chest pain. God, you know, is that the makings of a heart attack? And the realisation that I'm never going to come off these blood pressure meds, these cholesterol meds, and all these other meds that make me feel really, really horrible, lethargic, lazy.
So he decided to take a bold step.
I ended up paying for bariatric surgery. I paid a guy 10 grand. He did tell me he was a doctor, so he whipped out 3/4 of my stomach. I lost about 10 stone in a 12-month period.
And here he is, Del's here now. You are almost unrecognisable. You run marathons now. You clearly wanted to change your life, but how did you reach the point of 25 stone in the first place?
Janine, I think it was just a very sedentary lifestyle, probably eating the wrong things at the wrong time and just not moving enough, and just becoming very complacent.
You came to the point where you knew you wanted to have surgery, diets hadn't worked for you. Was your family worried?
Well, actually, most of my family didn't know about it. The only people that knew I was going to have surgery was myself and my wife, so it was probably a really well-kept secret. When they found out, they were a little shocked by it, but they were then very supportive.
You went into this house, you met people with all different viewpoints. Not everyone can afford surgery, and a lot of people who try to do this through diet put the weight back on. Did you find that they judged you for having had the surgery, or did you judge them for not losing the weight?
I certainly didn't judge anyone for not losing the weight, because I've kind of walked in their shoes and I think it's horrible to be judged, so I tried not to do that. On the flip side of that, then the number of people that follow the body positive movement probably weren't that kind to me in respect of my surgery or diets or whatever. They just didn't like the idea of that. Their mantra was be fat, be happy.
And is there anything wrong with that, though?
No, you know, I mean, you can be, if you're fat and you're happy, that's great, so long as it doesn't impact on your health. And for some of these guys and girls, if they're in their 20s, it's fine. But my point to them was, look, get into your 30s, 40s, and dare I say your 50s, and things change.
And you were the oldest person in the house in your 50s.
Thanks for reminding me.
I'm so sorry, but you've clearly done it, whereas others haven't.
Yeah.
What would your advice be to others who are in your shoes? They would like to do something about it and just don't know where to start.
Well, look, I mean, the first thing is age shouldn't be a barrier to change. You can change lots of things about it. Surgery should be a kind of last-ditch resort that you should look at. I mean, if you can make changes, whether it's sort of move a bit more, watch your diet, do those things, great, do those. But if you're really poorly and maybe you can't, then surgery has to be a viable option.
Do you feel better?
Oh, God, yes, of course I do. I've just run here from Peterborough.
Now, I know that's not true down the A14. It's taking you a long, long time.
No, it wouldn't.
But you wouldn't go back again?
What, Peterborough?
Well, hopefully you would.
No, I certainly... No, well, it's 5 years now, and the sort of 10 stone I've kind of lost. I've pretty much maintained most of it. I'm sort of down about 9.5. I do run marathons. I retained a level of fitness I've never had before.
Well, part 2 of the programme is on BBC Two tonight. Del, thank you very much for coming in.
Thank you.
Now we